We are at Gas Pump Rob's Gas Pump Junkyard in Southern California. I always enjoy touring junkyards, especially automotive junkyards. But this is a different kind of junkyard. This is the Petroliana junkyard. This is where old gas pumps sometimes end up. This is a Tokheim 36B that was actually burned in a Southern California fire that I picked up as a builder pump. That's what I call it, a builder pump. I didn't have to pay a whole lot for it because, as you can see, it's in pretty bad condition. But nevertheless, in this video feature, I am going to take this thing apart. I'm going to put it back together with parts from my salvage yard that you'll see. And this is our low buck 36B build project. The panels are slightly warped. My good friend Braden in Kansas told me that if I was to discard these panels, he would love to have them because he also has a 36B builder pump in his garage. And I told him I'd gladly bring them to him when I am on my way to Iowa Gas and I visit he and his brother. Let's just walk around a little bit out here. See some of my junk, good junk. If you guys are a follower of my videos, you actually saw this Bennett 646 running as an introduction to my last video, which was actually a pretty substantial video called No Guts, No Glory, the final chapter. A lot of people contributed to that video and it was a success. I'm not proud. I buy farm pumps, I buy parts, I buy skeletal structures of pumps because I enjoy building pumps. There's about, I'm going to say 5 interceptors here that match. And I purchased, it was actually 6 interceptors from one gas station, local gas station, about 3 years ago. It took me years to pick up these interceptors. Some Wayne Blendomatic pumps here. rapid date and porcelain pumps, panels, doors. And by the way, the main reason I purchase parts is, like I may have mentioned earlier, is I like to build pumps. I am not in the business of selling parts. If you need parts, I would suggest contact Tom Buckles in Indiana. He is actually in the business of selling parts. I am just a hobbyist, and I purchase parts to build incomplete pumps that I purchase. Here's an example right here. I purchased, this is an avocado picking bin that's loaded, absolutely loaded with parts. This was so heavy, we had to use a forklift to get this out of my truck. I have not had time to unpack it, but there's everything in here that you can imagine for pumps. Trim, glass, retainer, explosion-proof cylinder or glass cylinders. You know what that is? That's a Gilbarco Celavision top. I mean, this thing is literally packed with parts. I forgot all that was in here when I purchased it. I saw pictures, the guy loaded it up, and then we used a tractor to load it into my truck, the bed of my truck. Well, there you go. More parts for inventory. It's amazing, these farm pumps that you see here. Not that, that's a battery charger, but little farm pumps like this. Sometimes I'll go to a swap meet and I'll throw one or two in my truck or on my trailer to sell. That'll be the first thing when I pull into the swap meet that actually sells versus, you know, a 40s pump or a 30s pump. Some people are on a tighter budget than others. They just want a little gas pump for their garage or in their home, for their pedal car collection, and these things sell. We got calculators, more calculators. This is a fun place to hang out at. Some bases. More shelves with inventory. Here we go. This is what we're probably going to use for the 36B build. Look at this. Great patina. I've got the front and back doors, or we could go with something different, like these American doors. There's some more Tokheim doors. Chevron. Not sure what I'm going to use yet. And then I've got some side panels here with all the gingerbread, and I'm going to put those on that pump. This is an area here where I just stack my doors and panels. So often you'll find a pump for pretty low cost and you're missing a door or side panel. Well, that's where this comes in handy. Here's an overflow of manifolds, gas manifolds. Look, there's a 36B right there. There's another one there with the brackets. And then we have 1, 2, 3 storage sheds packed with parts. More pumps tucked away. There's an AX 600 Haze that we're going to be putting together. A friend's going to help me build it the next couple of weeks. Actually in the next month or so. More parts pumps. A few visibles. More parts pumps, builder pumps. Tokheim 39, clock face, station lighter. That's not gonna stay here. I'm gonna put that into my main collection garage. Well, there you have it, an overview of Gas Pump Rob's Gas Pump Ranch Junkyard.